Right now in Hershey, Pennsylvania, a factory the size of 42 football fields is pumping out over 70 million Hershey's Kisses every single day. But every single one of those little chocolate drops started its journey thousands of miles away inside a weird-looking pod hanging from a tropical tree. So how does a bitter, slimy seed from West Africa turn into the smooth, creamy chocolate bar in your kitchen? Today, we're going behind the factory doors, step by step. Trust me, some of these steps are gonna surprise you. Let's get into it. Cacao farming. Before anything happens in a factory, it all starts on cacao farms in West Africa, mainly Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire. These two countries produce about 60% of the world's cacao. Cacao trees are extremely picky. They only grow within 20 degrees of the equator. They need constant heat, humidity, and rain. Total divas of the plant world. The tree produces large football-shaped pods, red, orange, yellow, even purple. Inside each pod, about 30 to 50 cacao beans surrounded by white, slimy, sweet pulp. Farmers use machetes to carefully cut these pods off the tree, still done by hand. Then they split them open and scoop out the beans. But here's the thing, a raw cacao bean tastes nothing like chocolate. It's bitter and disgusting. So what changes it? The next step, fermentation and drying. Fermentation. This is the step that literally creates chocolate flavor. Workers pile the wet beans, still covered in pulp, into large wooden boxes, cover them up, and let nature work. Over 5 to 7 days, natural yeasts and bacteria go crazy. Temperatures inside reach 125 degrees Fahrenheit. During this process, over 400 flavor compounds start developing. The bitterness drops and the precursors to that classic chocolate taste are born. Without fermentation, no chocolate flavor, period. After that, beans are spread on drying racks in direct sunlight for about a week until moisture drops to around 7%. Then they're bagged up and shipped across the ocean to Hershey, Pennsylvania. Cleaning and roasting. When those bags arrive at the factory, first thing, quality inspection and cleaning. You'd be amazed what's mixed in with the beans. Sticks, stones, sand, even insects. Industrial screens, air blowers, and magnets clean everything out. Then comes roasting, where the flavor really comes alive. Clean beans go into massive roasting drums at temperatures between 250 and 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Hershey's exact roasting parameters, that's top secret, part of their signature recipe. During roasting, the Maillard reaction kicks in. Same reaction that gives a seared steak its crust and coffee its aroma. Hundreds of complex flavor compounds develop. The beans darken, that rich chocolatey smell fills the factory, and harsh bitter notes mellow out. Hershey's has spent over a century perfecting their specific roast. That's why their chocolate tastes the way it does. After roasting, beans are quickly cooled and sent to my favorite machine in the whole factory, winnowing. This machine cracks roasted beans into pieces, then uses air currents to separate the light papery shells from the heavier inner part called the cacao nib. Shells blow away, nibs stay. Those shells don't go to waste either. They're often sold as garden mulch. Now here's what's incredible. Cacao nibs are about 50 to 55% fat. That fat is cocoa butter. The nibs go into heavy-duty grinding mills. Massive steel rollers crush them under intense pressure and friction. The heat melts the cocoa butter and solid nibs transform into a thick, dark flowing liquid called chocolate liquor. No alcohol in it, liquor just means liquid. This is pure 100% cacao in liquid form, the base of virtually every chocolate product on Earth. Some of this liquor gets pressed in hydraulic machines to separate it into cocoa butter and cocoa powder, but the rest, that becomes your Hershey's bar. Now comes the recipe, and this is where Hershey's gets interesting. For their milk chocolate, chocolate liquor is combined with sugar, additional cocoa butter, and milk. But here's the secret. Hershey's uses a specially processed milk that creates butyric acid. This gives their chocolate that slightly tangy, sharp note. That's why Hershey's tastes different from European chocolate like Cadbury or Lindt. Some people outside the US think it tastes unusual, but for Americans, that is chocolate. That's what we grew up with, pure nostalgia in a candy bar. Everything gets blended in enormous mixers until you get a thick, gritty paste. Smells like chocolate, tastes like chocolate, but the texture is still rough and grainy. That's about to change. Refining and conching. The paste goes through steel roller refiners that crush particles down to about 20 microns, smaller than a human hair. Your tongue can detect anything above 25 to 30 microns as gritty. Below that, pure smoothness. This is the difference between cheap chocolate and premium chocolate. Then comes the conch, possibly the most important machine in the entire factory. A conch is a heated container with heavy paddles that continuously stir, fold, and aerate the chocolate for hours, sometimes 24 hours or more. During conching, unwanted bitter compounds evaporate off. Every particle gets coated in a thin layer of cocoa butter. The flavor becomes rounded and balanced. The texture becomes silky smooth. By the time conching is done, what you have is liquid chocolate that tastes exactly like the Hershey's bar you know and love. Tempering. But you can't just pour it into a mold. First, tempering. Cocoa butter can form 6 different crystal structures, but only one, form 5, gives you that perfect snap, glossy shine, and clean melt. Skip tempering and your chocolate gets white streaks, crumbles, and looks terrible. Hershey's tempering process involves precise temperature changes, heating to about 120 degrees F, cooling to 80 degrees F, then slightly reheating to 90 degrees F. Computer systems control this within a degree or two. The result? Perfect snap, perfect shine, perfect melt. Every single time. Molding and wrapping. Now the tempered chocolate gets deposited into molds on high-speed conveyor belts. Vibrating tables shake out air bubbles. Then molds enter cooling tunnels at around 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. For Hershey's Kisses, tiny nozzles deposit exact amounts of chocolate on a moving belt. The nozzle pulling away naturally creates that iconic pointed tip. Beautifully simple. Then the wrapping machines, and these are insane. Kiss wrapping machines do 1,300 kisses per minute. Foil wrapped, paper plume inserted, 1,300 every 60 seconds. Metal detectors scan every product. Weight sensors reject anything off spec. AI-powered cameras inspect appearance. Thousands of imperfect pieces get rejected daily, but they're just melted down and recycled back into production. Zero waste. Let's talk numbers. Hershey's produces 80 million kisses daily, uses 700,000 quarts of milk per day, processes 300,000 pounds of cocoa beans daily. Their main plant has been running since 1905. The town of Hershey was literally built around this factory. Streetlights shaped like kisses, roads named Chocolate Avenue and Cocoa Avenue. On certain days, the entire town smells like chocolate. So next time you unwrap a Hershey's bar, remember, it started as a seed in a tropical pod, was fermented, dried, shipped across an ocean, cleaned, roasted, cracked, ground, mixed, refined for hours, tempered to perfection, molded, cooled, and wrapped at lightning speed. From tree to you. That's how Hershey's chocolate is made. If you learned something new, smash that like button and subscribe. Drop your favorite Hershey's product in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.